Hey guys, Kev here, and I have the Protech Mordax here, or Ferum Forge Drop Protech Mordax. This is an interesting knife. Ow, mother balls! I just hit myself in the finger with that. Good start. So this is the big brother to the Malibu. I showed it in the unboxing. So far, I liked it right out of the box because of the size and feel, but the action is really wanting compared to this Malibu that just shoots out. Nice, easy detent. Doesn't fail. It's not hard to deploy, and the button is smooth. This guy, the button is really sticky. This jimping is pretty painful at times, and the detent seems to change. I know that sounds weird, but sometimes it's super strong, and other times it's like I can fail it easily. Like, it's strange. I also slip off of it for some reason. I don't know why. There's a ton of that jimping on there. It does remind me of the Ferum Forge Falcon jimping for some reason, or flipper tab. So I'm going to take this apart. I'm going to see what's going on in there, see if I can get some skiffs in there. Maybe something's loose. Maybe it's just dirty as all get out. We're going to find out, right? So let's get the handy dandy drivers out. Get the KPL out. Get the Loctite out. Get a cloth out. We're also going to, I'm guessing I'm going to need this with some alcohol. Also going to get a set of bearings out. So here's all my 5mm bearings. I think that's what I'm going to need. So I'm going to put to the side here. Get a little better lighting in here. See if we can't get this going, guys. So I'm going to try the T8 first. See how that goes in here. It seems a little loose, so I'm going to try a T10 to be safe. Got all my extra bits in this case. This is what the Scout Leather Co. driver came in, which was nice. I'm looking for a T10, guys. Here it is. T10. I think this is going to fit a little better. No? No. T9? T9, that would be weird, wouldn't it? Wouldn't a T9 be really weird? I'm going to try it because that T8 was swimming in there, guys. Somebody did try to tell me that hex bits might be what Protech uses. I don't know if I believe that, but maybe I will in a second. T9. Yeah, that T9 fits right in there, guys. Very, very solid. So it's a T9 pivot. Interesting. Some red Loctite, which actually I've been told that is not red Loctite from, was it Mike? Mike usually tells me that kind of stuff. Lone Wolf 2873. Yeah, it looks like Torx on there. That does not look like a hex bit. But yeah, it's something else, I guess. I don't know. Something to keep it in for... yeah, I don't know. But apparently it's not red Loctite. That's pretty much the basic of what I'm trying to say here. Looks like everything is going to have that threader on it. Yep, a little bit on there. I cannot wait to get that tray, guys. Gonna need to take this one off as well. I have a leather tray being made by Lancelot Leather. At least we're in the process of drafting a design and everything. You know, it might be a little pricey, a couple $100, but I think it'll be worth it, especially since I do a lot of these now, and I don't know. Just kind of makes sense, right? Don't think I need to take the clip off. I shouldn't need to do anything else. It should just come apart at this point. I might take that screw out just to see if that helps. I'm thinking I might just need to pry it, which is never good. So let's take this guy out. Yeah, he's not in there doing any damage. Yeah, I think it just needs a little pry action. Is there a hidden screw? You see a screw somewhere that I'm missing? I mean, that's loose. I don't see why I would need to take the clip off unless it goes into... Does it go into that backspacer? I think it's just a matter of prying it apart. Yeah, there we go. Make sure that button doesn't shoot anywhere. Not getting anywhere in the back here, guys. I have no movement back here, so let me get this clip off. Oh, there we go. Hidden screw, guys. So, don't start prying until you're sure. I'll keep that with the clip so we know. All right, there we go, guys. Woo. Okay, hang on. See that button? That's how it is in there. Oh, yeah, look at all that mess. What is that gunk in there? Jesus. Okay. So... Oh, Jesus. Uh-oh. Interesting. Did you guys see a spring? Shit. Was there even a spring in there? Did it shoot out? Like, oh, here it is. Okay, God, oh, thank God, guys. That could have been a nightmare. Yeah, this thing is a mess. All right, it does have the same, so let me get the alcohol. It does have the same cool little bearings that the Malibu had, so I'm hoping the build is the same and we'll be able to get it to run just as good as we did on the Malibu, so that'll be cool, right? Does the pivot want to come out? No. So we just got to get in there with something, put these bearings aside. These are your like steel caged steel bearings. They're not ceramic, which, you know, it's not the end of the world or anything, but I prefer ceramic for sure. I think most people do at this point. Pretty sure the Malibu ones were also steel. I know they were that steel caged. I can't remember if they were ceramic bearings, though. I could probably check for you, but I'm not going to do all that. So, clean in this button area here. This is usually when I get my little brass rod out, but you can always use stuff like this. So I did go ahead and buy another Vero Mini Impulse. So that's interesting, guys, in case you're wondering. My other one is currently out at Joseph Vero. He is taking a look at it because I thought the action was a little off. I'm going to take this off if I can. So I got another one with hand rubbed satin. Same exact layout, actually. Let me keep these together. Just to see how the action differs, you know. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm excited to get another one of those. That's probably my favorite Vero at this point, is the Mini Impulse. Just The size, the feel, the look. I love the look of that Tanto. The full size is cool. I like it. But I don't know. Not like selling mine or anything. I just think I prefer the smaller one, which really makes me want a Gen 2 Synapse now. But again, I really like the size of the Mini Impulse. And I don't know. I also like the Tanto. So I don't know if the Synapse is really for me. But my Synapse XL is fantastic. Even though it's so big, it's still one of my favorite knives. That action is just absolutely out of this world, guys. But anyway, we're talking about Protech. I have this Mordax. I have the Malibu. And I recently got back my Newport, which I don't know if you guys have seen. I did the review really early on my channel. Where is it, guy? Right here. This is a lefty Newport. I really, really like this knife. I have so many knives now, guys, that I forget that I own certain things. And I don't carry a lot of them. And it really is starting to bother me. So I might need to do a purge or something. I don't know. Just get some money in. I sold that Evo, the one I won, for like, I don't know, retail price to a buddy, basically. He's a good dude, and I don't know, he helps me out with the channel when he can, and I appreciate that. So, not like I did him a favor. I still got, you know, retail price for it, but those things are going for a lot more, so. But I just can't do that, guys. I can't sell things for more, really. It depends on the situation. Like I sold the Richard Rogers OEM Slim or Slut yesterday as well. And I did sell that for more just because I paid more. So I really sold it for what I paid. But, man, this thing, I think it's just the, at this point, I think it's just the, whatchamacallit, the aluminum that is weird. So let's just clean the button up, because this thing was a mess as well, I think. I mean, that can contribute. A lot of things can contribute to sticky action and all that. And, guys, in my Mordax, or in my Malibu Disassembly, I started to tell you, oh yeah, look at that. I started to tell you what caused, sorry, I got cut off there. I started to tell you what causes the button stick when I did the Malibu Disassembly, and then something shiny showed up, and I went off on a tangent. So hopefully that doesn't happen right now, because I'm about to tell you. So it is caused, apparently, this is according to Protech, this part of the blade right here is the part that engages with the lock. And if that part has gunk or grime or anything on it, it can make it sticky. Is it this part or this part? One of these. I know that on my Malibu, it is that part. Maybe it is that part down there. I don't know. It's one of these two parts, pieces, or whatever, areas. And if you keep that clean, you'll have less button stick, basically, is what I've been told by Protech. So try to keep that area clean. And then the rest of the button stick comes from it needing to wear in. This is 20 CV blade steel, so it's a very hard steel, and it takes a while. So the more you play with it, the less button stick you get. That's not a very scientific explanation there, guys, but it's kind of an idea. Keep that area clean. Don't put a ton of oil in the button. Like just a drop of KPL, like you'll see when I put this back together. I'm hoping I can get this thing dialed in. I, of course, have it completely apart now, so I'm hoping that I get this back together. And you know how the button went last time, so we shall see. Yeah, I think I just got white, like, fuzzies all over it from the cloth. It's one thing I hate about these. They leave white fuzzies everywhere. All right, here we go. So we will get bearings out. Again, this is the 5mm 1/16 size Skiff bearings. I'll try to link that in the description. I usually remember to do all that stuff. They are usually out of stock, but they pop up periodically and there'll be like 50 in stock. And what I do is I just buy like 5, you know, and then I have them for whatever. You can also get a brand called Gillian's. I don't know if they're new, but they're new to me. And I actually bought a few sets, and they were supposed to be here yesterday, but they were accidentally sent certified mail, so my post office has them, which is fine. I will be going to get those today, and I think I'll do an installation video. I'm hoping that those fit into the Liang Ma that I tried to get skiffs into. They just didn't fit. Apparently, they're a little bit slimmer on the overall diameter, so we'll see how that goes. Put this guy back in, right? I think it's spinning in my hand or something. What is going on? I don't know. I think it's good. Just tighten it once I get the other side in. Hopefully. Alright, so there's that. Then we need the blade, obviously. So put a drop. Can you see this now? Put a drop. Man, this thing just shoots out KPL. It's crazy. That should be good. It's on there, I'm sure. You don't need a lot, guys. Have I ever said that? Look at this. Just like oozing out of there. I probably just need a new dropper thing. Alright, what am I missing? I have the spring. You see anything else that should go inside of here, right? The spring and the button. There's no stop pins. There's nothing else random that I'm missing, right? Because I always do that. You guys know that. So I'm just going to take this KPL. Yep, there's a little droppy in there. That should be enough. And here we go, guys. Moments of truth. So if I recall correctly, I had to take the blade off. Put the spring in there. Get the button going. Push down on the button. Take this bearing off for now. No way. No way. Okay. Let's see if that holds. Doubt it. I'm gonna shoot across the room again. I'm just gonna wait forever, guys, before I do anything and make it worse. What? No fucking way did I just pull that off. Yeah, something's gotta be wrong here, guys. Just saying. So I'm gonna start with this guy just because it makes sense. But where is he? I have this screw here. He was with the clip. So that tells me he's that one. So I'm guessing it's this guy because he's over here hanging out with the pivot. Really need that mat, guys. Not gonna tighten that all the way. Is this guy tightening now? Yeah, everything's gonna tighten, so that's good. Then this guy goes down here. T6 seems to work. Somebody told me it was hex, but I'm not having a problem here, so. Uh-oh. Did you hear that? Because I did. Just give me a second. Something snap? Or did something snap into place? Because that's good. If that's the case, I'm okay. Oh, shit. This could be bad. We shall see, people. This is what you get when you do a disassembly with me, guys. But we've talked about this plenty of times, haven't we? What's wrong here? It's in place. There we go. Are they not metallic? Huh? That's weird. Seriously? Okay, it fell out. Good. Till it gives me some good resistance. Like that. All right. And this guy goes down here. We're running out of screws, so that's good. Resistance. All right. So far, so good, hopefully. Get the Loctite out. Just going to go ahead and assume I'm doing this right, so let's see. So with the knife like this that has a keyed pivot, I'm less concerned about locking up the pivot with Loctite, so I don't mind using a little more, because you can't really make it where you can't get it open, if that makes sense. Something is not going through. Oh, centering. Dead nuts. I'd call it dead nuts. Is it tight though? No blade play. Ooh. Okay, hang on, guys. Absolutely a rock, okay? And a guillotine. Yeah, it still feels the same in the sense that it's a little wonky. Like, there's a lot of detent lash. See that? That's just from me moving. Oh, shit. That's from me moving the flipper up and down a little bit. You can see the blade move. Man, I'm really trying to fuck something up. But I just want you to see it, and I can't do it very well like this. Anyway, before it deploys, there's movement in the blade, is what I'm saying. There. But if you're intentional with it, and you just take it out, and you go, boom, you're not even going to feel it, you know? And then there's your drop. So, yeah, I don't know. I just slip off a little bit. It's not as intuitive for me as the Malibu is. I want it to be, obviously. This button stick, yeah, it's pretty much gone. Now, you will notice with this knife and in the Malibu, like, sometimes the harder you flip it out, the more stick you get. Like, it's weird. If you just do this, there's a lot less stick. Like, it's strange. But it works. It feels good, guys. Yeah, it's a good knife. It just, I don't know. I'm just getting that little bit of, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, when I'm holding the knife, when I'm flicking it, I almost feel like the knife moving, and like something inside is not stable. And that obviously gives me concern. Not like safety concern, but like, yeah, it doesn't feel great. I want my knife to feel solid. But it's a lot better. And these Skiff bearings, man, they really do add to the button lock feel, the action on these suckers. Even though they already drop shut, now you can just crank that pivot down, and that sucker will drop every time. Really, really smooth. You get a lot more, not a lot more, but you feel a stronger lockup here. No side to side or anything because it's a lot stronger. There's no up and down. That's basically, people asked me after my Malibu disassembly with the Skiffs and installation, they asked me, like, does it feel better? I had a lot of messages, actually. People DM'd me. And here's how I explained it to them. To me, it feels about 10 to 15% smoother, or better, if you want to call it that. And the lockup feels stronger. So to me, oh, I didn't tighten these down, did I? Oh, maybe that was contributing. Hang on. Let's see. Now we have much more button stick. Weird. Really? No, it's just there now. That's super weird. See that? A lot of button stick. And when these were loose, yeah, the button stick goes away. Interesting. So that stop pin really adds to the button stick. But that is also why it was feeling like sometimes the button was stronger, sometimes it wasn't. It's probably because these were really loose. So it was kind of hit or miss, right? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take one out. Probably important to do this. So take one out. Put a little Loctite on it. I really don't like that it makes the button way stronger. I obviously want these to be tight. I don't want to have loose screws just because it helps the action. Like, that's weird. Hopefully it just wears in with that. Oh. Wait. Why is one longer than the other? And does it matter which one? Maybe I'm imagining that. Maybe it's not longer. I'm sorry. Long days. So there. Put a little Loctite on those suckers. That'll be good for them. Yeah, and the button's okay now. So I'm just not going to mess with that. I got them in there relatively tight. I mean, it wasn't like I cranked them down. But they're not like, yeah, they're not like loose or anything. And it feels good. This is what I'm saying. The button just changes feel. Like, it's weird. Sometimes it's strong, sometimes it's not. Now it's back to where it was before I took those, before I started tightening these, so that's good. Now maybe it was just how I had them in, I don't know, whatever. Knives are weird, guys. Sometimes you gotta understand when you're modding or taking apart knives or putting them back together, shit's gonna go wrong, shit's gonna be off center, shit's gonna like not want to go back together, and you're gonna have to figure it out. You're gonna have to take it back apart and tighten this screw first and then that one. And ideally every knife is like a Riot and it just goes right back together and never has a problem, because that's what I've noticed with Riot. I mean, unless you leave parts out like my dumbass. But anyway, so what I was getting at with the Skiff bearings is 10 to 15% smoother, better, And you get probably, it feels about the same, and like it's more sturdy, right, when it's locked up. So the question to you is that worth it to you? To me, if I can make a good knife even better, hell fucking yeah, I'm going to do it. So it's up to you. If you don't want to spend the $13 to have them shipped to you, and then take the 20 minutes to install them, which probably a normal person can do it faster than me, then, don't do it. It's not a game changer. It doesn't like make the knife 100 times better or twice as good, but it just makes it that much better. And that's what Skiff basically, if you go to their website, they basically say on there, it makes it where your knife is a little bit smoother, and it makes it where you have more lateral strength because they're sturdier, solid bearings, as opposed to being like this, where there's a cage on one side and then the bearing face on the other. The Skiff bearings, it's a solid piece of phosphor bronze, I think, and then the bearings are inside of that. There's no edges like this. There's no hollow end. So you get more stability. And that's basically what I think they list 22% more stability or whatever. And that's what you get. You don't get some game-changing, turn your shit-ass knife into some, like if I put Skiff bearings in here, I just got this back. This is a modded CJRB feldspar, small feldspar, right? Just ignore all the mods. But if I put Skiff bearings in here, it's not going to turn this CJRB into a $200 knife. But it'll make the action a little better. I mean, if they fit, obviously. It'll make the action a little smoother on the close. Skiff bearings don't necessarily even add drop shuttiness. They do tend to break in over a couple weeks, and then it will start to drop a little more. But they don't even necessarily do that. They just make everything smoother and stronger. So when you're opening and closing the knife, you'll feel the difference from this drop, where you might feel a little tiny bit of grit and whatever, to super smooth when it drops or when you shake it down. The knife I noticed the biggest difference in is my Arcform Slimfoot. And it doesn't even drop shut now, but it's just like this buttery smooth shakedown. Oh, it's just so good. It's out on loaner, I'd show you. So, it to each their own. Don't feel like you're missing out if you don't get Skiffs. But if you have the $13 and want to improve your knife a little bit because you really love that knife or whatever, totally worth it. That's my best way to explain it to you guys. I don't want people to think that like it's the end all be all of modding your knife or something. It's not that big of a difference. So anyway, that was the Protech Ferum Forge drop Mordax, and I'm starting to really like this guy. I think it'll grow on me, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.